Back inside, the Philoil Flying V center. Fourth set, 37 minutes played in that fourth set. And what a set it was. It gave us, like, you know, finals feels, Final Four feels, Michelle. Take us through that wonderful set that took us all the way to that extension.
That set number 4, boom, it took me back all the way to the finals in season 80 between these two teams. Nakakatuwa yung matchup ng set 4 between DLSU and FEU. The rallies that we've witnessed, the saves that we've seen from both teams, you really see how each player really wanted to win and score a point in that fourth set. But what really stood out is Heather Ginoo from FEU, Jeremy Malabanan also stepping up in that fourth set.
Big swing that she had earlier, no?
Those few points, even Ronquillo was able to contribute for FEU on the side of DLSU. Descheng coming back in, the captain of DLSU, to be able to help out the Lady Spikers. And lumapit, nauna pa sila mag-set point with the help of Descheng. But not enough. Those back-to-back errors, that service error from Agoncania and that attack error from Clemente really cost that game. And you see the scores of DLSU drop. And now, FEU is right back, tying 14-all with attacks. We haven't seen that since the first set, and blocking. We haven't seen FEU block since the first set.
You're
and
right.
In that match, 3 blocks for them and 1 block for DLSU. Only 2 service aces for DLSU. That means FEU was able to receive well. And yan ang kanina pa sinasabi ni Coach George sa players niya, is the service receive. Hindi dapat tayo magpatalo.
19-14 was the lead for FEU. They looked like they were cruising already in that fourth set. Then LaSalle slowly came back and then eventually took the lead at 23-22. And FEU looked demoralized, but that hit by Malabanan, that off-speed by Ginoo, really came, you know, gave them more life. And then eventually winning that one in 2 extensions, basically. So now we're here in the 5th set, Michelle, and that twice to beat is still up for grabs between UST and LaSalle. And UST must be so entertained right now with what they're seeing and what they're watching right now, because they're still in it.
This is a big game for UST, who was waiting on the sidelines to see who will win between FEU and DLSU. If you're FEU right now, boom, you want an early run. You want an early run. FEU, ang nangyayari sa kanila, they can run until 16, the second technical timeout, and then humahabol ang DLSU. But this 5th set is only 15 points. So whoever gets that first big run can easily end the 5th set.
Let's go to Sydney Crespo for this report.
Boom, you're right. At this game, they don't need to win this game. Pero dahil Season 78 semifinal, Season 79 winless still versus DLSU, and Season 80 still winless, including the finals. And it looks like it's impossible for some, even for FEU sometimes, to defeat the green and white squad. Pero tulad nga ng sabi ni Coach George kanina sa huddle before this set, kaya nating talunin ang imposible basta may kasamang gawa ang salita. Before this game, I talked to Heather Ginoo and I asked her, what do you want to change in the FEU-DLSU match? At simple lang ang kanyang sagot, gusto kong malaman nila na hindi pa laging DLSU. Balik sa inyo.
Now you go back to the finals. That was a sweep. And then the first round was a win. Now Heather Ginoo is proving that she wants to win. She had 4 points in the first set, 4 points in the second, 2 in the third, 9 in the fourth. 9 points in the fourth when it mattered the most. As we said, her best year as a Lady Tamarao. And 2-0 now, it's 3-2 FEU in front in this 5th and final set live on SNA.
FEU is the one serving well right now here in the 5th set. The errors of DLSU, you know, you have more aces, but if you have more errors as well, it just cancels off the efforts that you do to score a point.
Cayuna opens up to Ronquillo, who has played like a veteran here for the Lady Tamaraos. This is exactly the opposite of what we saw in that effort or lack thereof against UST in the last match for FEU, as we this time check in with Ayana Perlas.
Bo and Michelle, it is the second fifth set thriller for the Lady Spikers, and with this, the electric atmosphere can definitely be felt here at the Phil Oil Flying V Center. The last time this happened, ang sabi ni Coach Ramil na kailangan nilang maging mas agresibo sa fifth set, and his exact words to play with pride and play like there's no tomorrow, which is exactly what the girls need to do in order for them to get that twice-to-beat advantage. With an overwhelming crowd, Coach Ramil is adjuring for the Lady Spikers not to mind it and keep their head in the game, because if they mind it, their errors will just give them the best of them. Now collective team effort was seen throughout the game, but the girls just need to push it even more. Kagaya nga ng sinabi ng coaching staff sa Lady Spikers, finish strong but exciting.
And they're starting strong too, Sid. 6-2 here, as Michelle said. You look at the records in the 5 sets. Ayana, sorry. So Ayana did report that there was one 5 set. They lost that one. FEU is 4-1 in 5 sets. We have a timeout.
Isa lang to, kaya pa lang habulin yan. Then, unahin nyo na gagawin, pumasa. Kasi nagsiservice pa lang yung kalaban nyo eh. Kaya doon nahihirapan na tayo magtaas ang bola. Eh, hindi naman ganun ka-accurate yung atake natin. Kasi nilalagay-lagay lang. Hindi ko papalo tayo. Hindi yung ilalagay natin yan. Hindi tayo makakapatay sa kalaban ng papalo na ganyan. Last na yun. Last na yun.
Timeout by Coach Ramil de Jesus. Down 4. The Jeremy Malabanan and the rest of the Lady Tamaros who were down in this match. 2-1 rather. For those who just joined us on SNA and on Liga. Sheng. Another tough set by Mitch Cobb from the opposite side. And Jolina De La Cruz delivers the bomb on that one. And this is a perfect angle to appreciate that set by Mitch.
Yung lakas ng set na yun, pagpitik na yun, all the way from the opposite side of the court. And it's good to see as well that, you know, Malabanan is getting those serves across. Pinapahirapan talaga itong reception on DLSU. She scored a couple of aces in that run by Malabanan.
Cobb keeps it up. Luna sends it to the other side. Cayuna. Domingo, that's just too soft in front of a two-time best middle blocker of the NCAA. Carandang will come back. She hasn't been on the floor for quite a while. Said Domingo has played a chunk of that 4th set. But let's see how this change will affect this match. Heather again. Playing the game of her life. The season of her career.
And she changed position midway through this game. At first, she started as an outside, but when Ronquillo came back in, she is now in the opposite side and doing even better. Scoring more in the opposite side is Heather Ginoo.
21 points. And a total of 176 for the year for the veteran. 8-4 changeover. .21 points for her, 15 for Malabanan. LaSalle is down 4. What does LaSalle have to do here to come back, Michelle?
They first have to pass Boom, and they have to be smarter in terms of their attacks. Not only spike the ball, because FEU is doing a great job defending at the net and defending in the back row. So be smart. Like Heather Ginoo, what she's doing is she's spiking it, using the hands, finding those seams between the block and the defense of LaSalle, and she's scoring efficiently. She's now the top scorer in the whole league, if I'm not in the whole match, if I'm not mistaken. And she's doing it through variation and being smart and really using her experience and her maturity to really gain the advantage when she's up against the blockers of DLSU.
Jolina has 22 points. We just checked on it. So Malabanan, sorry, Pino has 21, Jolina De La Cruz has 22. 8-4. LaSalle loses. We have a playoff on Wednesday, and UST has a chance to get the number 2 spot. Cobb opens up to their captain, and the captain delivers for LaSalle. This is not a done deal for FEU. Not by a long shot. You know what you also like about this match? Yes, most of them are really veterans playing against each other, except for, let's say, Clemente and Ronquillo. These girls who are facing each other, and of course De La Cruz rather, are all like war veterans, so to speak. Final Four veterans, finals veterans. But the rookie Ronquillo says, I've been playing like a veteran today.
In this game, she is showing so much promise and getting all the FEU fans excited with what is to come with the Lady Damarals. And her spikes, her attacks have been so crucial and helping the momentum of her team.
Surprisingly, we checked, it's 5 points pa lamang si Ronquillo. Feels like there was more. Run and gun is checked at the net, but Cobb reacting very well. 9-5 is our score. They open up again to Elise. Luna was there. Saved. Ronquillo will try to manufacture one. Cheng off speed. Ronquillo again with the left-hand tip. Longest rally of set number 5. Over receive. And it's a point for FEU, who are in the lead by 5. That is the biggest of this set.
Losing 13, losing 15 in another set. FEU coming back and being this dominating in the 5th set is just a joy to see for all the FEU Lady Damaral fans.
The reaction of George Pascua says it all.
Wala tayong nabibig dapat sa nakalas. Okay? Sinasabayan natin yung galaw ng kalaban. Pag dumating yung goal sa atin, dahan-dahan tayo. Okay? Then, Bobby, ganun din. Pwesuhan mo lang. Okay? Coverage ng coverage. Depensa. Importante. Kailangan natin dinipensa. Hindi tayo makadepensa pag patay ng bola. Wala eh. Kailangan makadalawa tayo. Isa sa kanila. Makadalawa tayo. Isa sa kanila. Okay? Ganun lang.
Makadalawa tayo, isa sa kanila. Well, obviously because they have doubled up on LaSalle here. 10-5, Coach Ramil with that timeout. They were stretching Durem. This is back earlier during that timeout here in FEU. She's been working hard with 34 excellent digs and 6 excellent receptions. Good coverage by Saga. Jolina from the back row. Cayuna. Ronquillo na naman, but this one, it's long.
No touch. Outside.
No touch there on the spike of Ronquillo, but she has been consistently helping the offense of FEU. Des Cheng coming in this 5th set and sticking this 5th set with the lineup of Coach Ramil.
Labanan. Ronquillo again, blocked, sent back. Cayuna goes to the back to Malabanan. Cobb pushing Des Clemente. Duremdes again. It's sent over to LaSalle. Cobb will open up to Luna. Ginoo for coverage. Villarreal with the cut. And it still works out for FEU.
The defense boom of FEU from Duremdes to Heather Ginoo. It's like they have 2 liberos in the back row, and you have to credit that defense, that point, to both of them dying for the ball, to Cayuna finding Villarreal in that rally, getting those points. 1 more point up the scoreboard for FEU.
11-6, back to a 5-point lead. Cayuna will choose Malabanan. De La Cruz has been spectacular today. She's checked in that sequence though. Luna on the other side, that's too low. And a 6-point lead. The biggest lead of this set for FEU.
not just about power. That's what you can learn from the hitters of FEU. It's about scoring a point. Luna, too much yung nagigigil na talaga siya to score a point. It's been a while for DLSU in this fifth set.
Coach George Pascua shouting here at the sidelines, hindi pa tapos. Heather gets the line. And a soft fist bump from Coach George.
Great serve there by Ronquillo. We've been mentioning her name in the fifth set. Boom. Most of her points are in the fourth and the fifth set kung saan nagbalik ang momentum sa FEU.
The timeout will be called 13-7 here in the fifth.
Timeout, Lady Tamara.
Jeanette, kumit yung gitna. Ready for defense, Palitan mo si ano.
Pasok ako, coach. Pasok ako sa
Oh, sige. Receive muna tayo. Ang receive doon sa dulo, ha? Again, dito ang receive, ha? Dito ang receive para mahatak itong outside dito, ha? Dito ang receive versa dito, ha? Then, road throw, ha? May pagkakataon. Drop ko, ha? Okay, let's go. Okay. Hey! FEU!
FEU is 2 points away from pulling off this one. A come from behind win, and Coach George Pascua has not won against Coach Ramil going back to last year, whether it's the elimination round, the finals, the first round. So you always talk about finding extra motivation even in a quote-unquote non-bearing game. He has motivation. That's why he probably didn't like what happened in that last game against UST, where they just didn't show any fight. But this girl has been fighting all game long. 23 points for Ginoo. Make that 24 points as she rolls that ball into the donut hole of that LaSalle defense. What has happened here? What has changed here in this fifth set for LaSalle, Michelle?
Everything that's just stopped for LaSalle, from their defense to their blocks. They haven't been able to check those balls. FEU just sending those spikes across and scoring, and the serve of LaSalle.
Nakasalamin, huwag sa magmumura ka mo. Bibigyan ko siya ng ano.
The yellow card given to the bench of FEU. It was a team manager, I think, using words that we can't air on TV.
We didn't hear as well, but the referee might have read the lips in that exchange.
Right. Coach George is going to call another timeout here, even with a 6-point lead and a match point. There's a little bit of distraction right now.
Oh, same pa rin. Ito, pasok ka lang. Jer! Bilis ang palo. C lang. C. Ngayon, pag nagbalikan, do the combination. Big quick combination. Liwanag. Liwanag. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, thank you.
A timeout at match point. We've seen stranger things happen in the UAAP, so I know Coach George Pascua is thinking the same way. Until it's over,
Match point
it ain't
for FEU.
really over.
Full front line for DLSU as well, so you have tall blockers also up in front.
Ronquillo. Chance ball. Jolina with a cut. That is out.
Victory!
And that will do it.
Lady Tamara.
Coach George Pascua with his first win over his good friend, Coach Ramil de Jesus. A no-bearing game technically for FEU, but the biggest result of this game is that we're going to have a playoff on Wednesday.
Really a big game for FEU. All the players stepping up and contributing, coming from 2 sets down versus DLSU, crawling back in that 4th set, winning big and dominating the 5th set. Definitely a much-deserved, well-earned win for FEU. DLSU wasn't able to come back in the 5th set. They had a good start until the 3rd set and the 4th set, boom, pero hindi na kayanan. FEU had more 5-set games in this whole league. So siguro mas sanay sila pagdating ng 5 sets.
There are 5-1 in 5-set matchups, while LaSalle goes down 0-2 in 5-set matchups in season 81 of this UAAP. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap this baby up.